What's going on, guys? It's Radar here with the Season 3 build report from my end of the world, which for me means the V8 Supercar. Big news in the build was we finally, in the last season of this car, we get NTM V5. Now, this has come with some mixed opinions amongst the drivers. You've got the aliens who are like, oh, this is rubbish, you know, it doesn't do what I want to do anymore, and yada yada yada. For me, I don't see what all the fuss is. Now the main points for NTM V5 with this car is the outlap is grip city. Like, this thing is so responsive on the outlap. You can just do whatever you want, and I'll show you in a sec just how responsive it is. But then there's a bit of fall off. The tyres heat up much quicker now, they get up to high temps, and overall you've just got to manage the tyres more. It drives like the real V8 Supercar that this is modelled off should drive to a degree. I've never driven one, but this is how I think it should drive, being the big heavy car it is. Also, one thing, just a change of sponsor for me this season, bumped up to the Osram team within Synergy, so there's my Season 3 skin for you for the V8. So let's jump on the track and see exactly what I mean by grip city on the outlap. And also, new track for roadside is Donington. We'll be heading here in the V8. We're driving the GP configuration, so it's got the double hairpins at the end of the lap compared to Nationals, which is as chicane. So as you can see already on the outlap, the car much more responsive. It just does what I want it to do. And right now I'm just running the baseline, so it's really softly sprung in the front. That's why it's like a trampoline. But it just, the outlap, if it stayed like this the whole time, you would have no complaints. It's just mega. Just wow. But then you hit lap 2, tyres are heated up a bit, and it just turns to mush. And this is where a lot of the debate is in lap 2 and onwards, and how are we going to do these longer races now that the tyres actually wear. You know, before NTM4 in this car there was no tyre wear. The only reason your tyres degraded was over pressure or over temp, which you could easily avoid, and you wouldn't take tyres at a pit stop because you could just let them cool down and basically just reset the normal, and you wouldn't need to change the tyres. So kind of a null and void strategy play to change your tyres, and you didn't need to. But with this, there's going to be a little bit of strategy variation, and I think for rounds 1, 2, probably the first third of the season, we'll bring the super alien dudes probably just back a peg, back towards the rest of the field, which isn't a bad thing, but it's not the game changer that some people are calling it, and it's definitely the game changer that the new car will be as well when that comes out. Hopefully mid this season for the Bathurst 100 on the iRacing, the 100 minutes of Bathurst, or the Season 4 build. But anyway, you'll notice the car, the front end does do a lot less now. Not that it did much anyway, but the front end just doesn't do what you wanted it to do. The rear end, lots of grip. Front end, not so much. Now, it's going to change the way we have to set up our cars a lot. Before we used to, at least I used to within the team, we used to just dump the cameras off it to about negative 1.8. And you just get the front to do all the work, and as long as the rear end's got grip when you put your right foot down, you're sweet. You'll easily get top 5s in the non-alien splits. But now, you can't let the front do all the work, or it's just going to absolutely cook the tyres. You've got to actually get the rear end to turn and do what it's meant to do, other than just hook up to the road and drive you forward. But overall, I don't see an issue with this new V5 tyre model. I haven't done some super extensive testing with it, but I've done enough to know that it's gonna force a few driving style changes. Learn how to speak, but you can't push as hard into a corner as you used to. So you gotta change the way you think about this car now. You basically go, okay, imagine this is the way I'm gonna look at it. Is this car has been released brand new, like we never had a Ford Falcon V8 Supercar until this build. That's got to be the way you approach this car now, because it is entirely different. The way you turn the car, the way you put the power down, the way you brake as well, everything has changed, in my opinion, for the better. But asked me after the first 2 rounds or so, but yeah, see right there, that is different, very odd. Another cool feature is, give me a sec, tyre smoke. Finally, there's tyre smoke out of the V8. Oh, it makes burnouts worth it now. Before you used to do burnouts at the end of a race or something, and nah, no smoke. Finally, tyre smoke, yay! Just had a little inner child moment there, but so that would have absolutely fried the tyres, you know. But oh well. So if you guys are keen followers of the V8 Supercar series on iRacing, or you just want to get into the V8, now is the perfect time to get into the V8. Everyone kind of back at square one to a degree, and you're not behind the curve. Like, no one's got a super duper advantage in seat hours in this car now. It's back to square one. So keep your eyes peeled for some V8 Supercar standing shake-ups. Not that last season wasn't one with Richard Hampstead winning instead of Madison down, which is excellent. So to any TTR boys out there, particularly Jake Burton. I know he watches these sometimes, so I'm not a TTR hater. Just don't like it when Madison down always wins. Hey. So in other news, we had the sniffles. We have the DW12 came out, all configurations. So I'll chuck a clip into that in a sec. That's probably another car I'll be driving this season, along with the new World Sports Car Series. They've shaken that up a bit. They've got rid of, it used to be last season the Riley DP and the Rough C-Spec, and then you had Prototype GT, which was the HPD, Corvette and Ford GT. Well, now the Corvette's got its own series, the Corvette Challenge. I think they're all 20-lap races, regardless of track length or anything, so that'll be interesting. And now the World Sports Car Series is the Riley DP, the HPD, the Ford GT, and the Rough C-Spec. Trying to align itself with Tudor, you know, the Sports Car Championship a bit more. Which I think is a good thing, so I'll probably be in the HPD over there a bit, as well as the new DW12 on the road side, and definitely my lovely V8 Supercar. This is my pride and joy. Brought home a 2nd place in Division 2 last season, so for my actual first full-on 8-week, I did a full 8-week season for the first time in my iRacing career. Been on it for nearly 2 years and I've never done 8 weeks, so my first 8-week season I ended up 2nd in my division, which was pretty good, and ended 19th overall in the V8 Supercar Championship, so I was pretty stoked with that. Of course, got to give a shout out to my boys at SSR for all the help with setups and all that good stuff. They brought me along at the start, so massive thanks. And got to say, I'm really sad to leave my Cosmo car. I've been in that my entire SSR career, and bye bye Cosmo. I've jumped up to Osram now, so Cosmo Lighting boys in Borgham Hills, go see them, they'll fix you up and bring on the Osram. So I'll jump over now to the Dallara DW12 and give you guys my thoughts on that. And we're back with the DW12 now at Long Beach. iRacing Window Infinity track, so excuse the scenery. Reason I'm here, I often catch bits of IndyCar races very early in the mornings before work on speed here, and they're often at street circuits, so for me IndyCar and street circuits are kind of fixed in my brain. I know they race on ovals, I know they don't just race on street circuits, but it's kind of implanted in my brain. But anyway, this is the new, and I like it, so new and improved in my case, IndyCar. A few specs about the car. It's a 2.2 litre V6 turbocharged that produces 550 horsepower, brake horsepower, and up to 700 with the push to pass feature. Haven't yet to bind that, so I can't give you a demo push to pass, but that's only available on road courses. Suspension is a double A-arm push rod suspension configuration, so all the bells and whistles there. Runs carbon brakes, produces 410 Newton meters of torque, and it's also a pretty short car. It's 5 meters long and 2 meters wide. And I just some random numbers there I picked off the iRacing page, but it definitely, just driving it now, is a lot more forgiving than the old IndyCar, the IR05. It's no longer got that massive power band when you hit 8,000 RPM and it just wants to send you perpetual donuts. It actually feels like a car you could throw around the circuit, avoid the curbs. Ooh, let it drive. It feels like an open wheeler now. Like, I don't know, it just feels good. Man, I'm so unarticulate today, but I like it because I can actually drive this thing. I could not drive the old Dallara for the life of me. I did the road warrior at Indy, but I think I was at half throttle everywhere but the banking. That sums up the old Indy car. This one, it feels like you could actually race it. Like the fact that I can get to full throttle when I'm in a corner sort of thing is a good thing. Is good. So running the road configuration with all the wings, but there's the speedway one that uses Indy, and I think there might be a third one, the intermediate oval. And it runs a 6-speed gearbox as well, so nothing too out of the ordinary from the old car, other than it looks a bit funny. That's my only gripe about it, is it looks a little bit funny, just at the rear. Other than that, it's a good car. I enjoy it. Looking forward to running this in the Road Warrior series when they hit Mid-Ohio, which is, I think, not next weekend, the weekend after. This weekend has the Spa 2.4, which I will be running, and also streaming. And I hit the wall. Stop talking. I will be streaming that as well on my Twitch channel, so I'll put a link to my Twitch down below and catch that. So that'll be something different. Never done a live stream before, but I think I've got all the kinks worked out. Been testing that like crazy the last few days. Got all the overlays and everything squared away. So 144 minutes of Spa, and I'll be in the Beamer. Even though the balance performance, I still like the Beamer because it's just a nicer car for me. But anyway, Long Beach, iRacing, please finish. iRacing need more street circuits. Thank you. Give you one lap from the with a quiet from me on the onboard camera, and then we'll do an external lap for all the sound. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you on the flip side.